Good afternoon. It is Saturday, July 5th, and it is time to get to work. I am currently wrapping up my charge here in Emeryville, and I'm getting ready to head out over towards San Francisco. And as you can see on the map, it's a little busy, it looks like, so we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to turn the app off on as soon as I get done here and see if I can catch a ride. I'm over here. Oh, look at that. It's $11 surge over in Alameda. Wow. And now $8.50. Not bad. Wow. That's impressive. That's not that far away from me either. We'll see what happens when I turn this on. I got a minute to go here on my charge before I can turn the apps on, so maybe we'll see if that's still there or not, but you know, you never know. But in the meantime, in the city tonight, gonna try to make the most of my time here today. Goal tonight, 275 to 300 would be my goal. We'll see if I can do that in my time. I'm not going to stay out super late, but I'm going to stay up maybe like around midnight-ish or so. And yeah, make the most of this. Hoping to make some money tonight here in the city. It's a beautiful day here, so hopefully there's a bunch of people rolling around and people that need a ride. So that's the plan. I'm going to be done here charging in a second, and then I'm going to unplug and get going. And of course, I'll be back after the first or second ride or whatever ride it is and provide updates throughout the evening and let you know how it goes. But that's the big plan for tonight on a Saturday night. I'm going to bang out rides. Oh, GigU. I made an adjustment to GigU as far as GigU goes. My charge is complete. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, GigU. I made an adjustment to the GigU parameters. They are set to $32 an hour, which is an $8. Basically, that's $8 for 15 minutes of driving. So my minimum today is going to be $8. At least that's what I'm shooting for. And yeah, and then the top end's like $40 an hour, whatever that would be, like $10 for 15 minutes or whatever. But still the same dollar per mile stuff, but I'm trying to keep the focus on the higher dollar value rides, at least as far as, like, you know, $8 minimum rides. And that's what it equates out to. So that was the big change that I made with GigU, and we're going to put it to the test here in San Francisco and see how it does. I'm sure it's going to do fine. But yeah, but without further ado, let's turn this on. Let's see what happens here. And then let's turn Lyft on. Let's go back to Uber. Oh, tempting. See, that's $23 an hour, $1.27. Yeah, we'll let that one go. Looking for the $8, 15 minutes. That's what I'm looking for. That's my sweet spot for today, at least for right now. I can adjust. I can pivot if I need to, but that's what I'm looking for. So we'll see how that works out. And I gotta get over this other lane. I'm gonna do this. This guy's got to pick a lane. Oh, the traffic sometimes out of this parking lot is crazy because people don't understand that there's multiple lanes, and when you make the turn, they don't always get into the right lane that they're supposed to be in. But anyways, we've navigated that. All right, let me focus on driving and getting on the bridge and getting out of here and getting over to the city and get this day started with some rides, and I will be back here in a little bit. All right, I'll be back. All right, 2 rides in. They've been under 8, and you know, it's the way it goes, but I'm trying to stick to it. And basically took a ride out, got the ride, come back. I'm basically back where I even started, so we'll see how this plays out. Anyway, 2 rides in, not bad, just under $8 each. They're like $7.97 or something like that, and the time was just right, so close enough. Trying to stick with the 8, but you know, you got to take what you can get. Trying to get back. I wanted to get back over here where I'm at now, just because there's a little bit more activity. Plus, you can see that event right there that's going on. That's over at the Chase Center. There's a summer league basketball going on, so there should be maybe some activity when that lets out. But you know, just trying to stay in the popular popular areas where I know there's going to be some activity. But in the meantime, I'm just going to have to grind this thing out right now until it starts picking up here, getting close to dinner time. So I'm going to hang here where I'm at right now, wait for that next ride, and then I'll be back with updates here in a little bit. All right, I'll be back. All right, quick update. Moving right along. Been pretty consistent up until now. Hit a little pause right now. So I kind of stopped and ate a little dinner, and now I'm back online and ready to go again, but just waiting for another ride. Hopefully something pops in here pretty quick. If not, I may kind of make my way out of this neighborhood and down towards maybe where kind of the more touristy people are hanging out. So we'll see what happens here. But so far so good, not too bad. You know, the $8 minimum is, I'm close. We don't like a lot of like $7.95 rides. It's close enough, but otherwise it's going pretty well. I would like to see the pace of the rides coming in pick up a little bit. That would be good. I did dirty stack a ride with Lyft, and the person canceled on me when they saw me take a right-hand turn instead of a left-hand turn towards them. I mean, they canceled like seconds after I did that, but it's the way it goes. No big loss, but you know, they're impatient. Can't help that. Anyway, I'm gonna hang here for a couple more minutes and then see what I can find. Oh, there we go. Let's see if I get this one. Oh, bastards. So it's so random sometimes when you get matched and when you don't. I had one where I was like literally a block away and I didn't get matched, and I had one where I was like 4 blocks away and I get it. I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't make any sense. But that's the way it goes. All right, let me figure this out, and I'll be back here with another update in a little bit. All right, quick update. It's been a while since my last one, and yeah, it's a little slow, to be honest. I mean, somewhat consistent, but I would classify for San Francisco, this is a pretty slow night. I did just complete a ride, and when I was driving through over here where it says the dog patch on there, here, I can show you. Right over here. When I was driving right through there, because I picked him up from north of that area, I was getting like slammed with ride requests going all over. So something got done, let out right when I was going through there, but I was already in a ride. So, but it's been a little slow. I think my goal is going to be difficult to hit tonight. I don't think I'm going to make it. I can already have that feeling that that's not going to happen. You know, it's been so hit or miss. I've been trying to maintain the 8, but that's not happening either. I've done some 6s and done a lot of 7s, $7 plus rides. So, you know, I got to take what I get, and I'm avoiding the $4 and $5 and dollar rides, which are popping up here, which that's kind of rare here in San Francisco. Very rarely do you see them. I'm seeing more of them, which tells me that you know, Lyft and Uber may be trying to lower the rates here, because I think there's been a lot of complaints here in San Francisco from passengers saying that the rides are getting too expensive and they keep climbing, and people are getting, passengers are getting pissed off about it, which could be true. I don't know. But yeah, so it's kind of where we're at. Let's see, it's 9:25. I'm gonna try to last until midnight and make it till then. And if not, if I get a solid ride that's going back towards home, I may grab it, but we'll see. Oh, and I just saw a Waymo SUV go by. Never seen that. Usually they're Jaguars. This was like a bigger model. Interesting. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on right now. Hopefully things pick up. We're at the time when people are starting to go out, so hopefully it gets a little busy. I am sitting here. Oh, where's this going? Ooh, tempting. Let's see what happens. Nope. So that's going back towards, that would be going back towards home. But, yeah. All right. I'm going to hang here for a minute and hopefully I get a ride. And if not, I may have to move down the road here just a little bit more to try to get something. But I'll be back here in a little bit with another update. Alrighty, that's a wrap. Man, the drive home from San Francisco worked out phenomenal. Let's go. Well, as you can see right here, 140 on the night, 14 for 140, $10 average. Love it. Worked out well. But let's go look at the activity. Oh, hold on. So let's turn this off. Otherwise, I get a bunch of screenshots. All right, here you go. Like I said, I did do some $6 rides and things less. Yes, I did. Nice little surge there. Nice, nice. I waited forever for that, for them. Tip, dollar tips. No, not doing that. Oops, not me. I mean, it was, like I said in the last update, it was alright. It was like average at best. Not as busy as, someone gave me a nickel tip. A nickel. Way to go there, big spender. Portland. Oh, I remember who that was, too. What a jackass. Ugh. Anyway, it was, you know, average. Usually when I do this drive in the city, it's just like one after another after another. It just doesn't stop. You just never get a break. And tonight I had like little breaks here and there where I'd have to sit and wait. And that's just kind of out of the ordinary. Just could have been tonight. You never know. Let's go look at Lyft, because then I can talk about how my night ended. First, let's go turn it off. So there you go, 7 for 119, solid. That is solid. So let's see here. I got this ride right here, which got me out of the city. I went from San Francisco over to Oakland. Normally when I drive home, I usually drive home this way. But tonight I drove home this way, which I get to the same area. It just kind of how it works out. Anyway, which worked out great because of me going the other route. I ended up getting this ride, which went from the Walnut Creek BART station out to Fairfield on my way home. So from the Berkeley drop-off to there, I think that's probably like maybe 6 to 8 miles of distance between that, which was, you know, great. No, you know, dead time. But then I get this ride, decent ride, you know, going my way, worked out well. Dropped him off. After that, continued driving home. Had to go charge real quick, and then I got into Sacramento, and I picked up this one from Sacramento. Went out to Folsom. Perfect. So I got 3 rides kind of like all going my direction. Well, 2 rides specifically, all going my direction back home, which added a pretty big chunk of change. $52 on the night, 53 maybe on the night. That's damn good. I haven't had that work out in a long time, where I get rides going back my direction that are good rides like that, solid rides. So I was pretty happy with that. Great way to end the night. I'll put the total and everything up on the screen, so you can see that. But overall, you know, I think I said what I said in the beginning. My goal was to like 250 to 300. I think I'm like in the 260 range, maybe. I don't know. Total on the screen now, along with the average per ride, average fare per ride. I'll put that up here now too. But anyway, not bad. Good night. It turned out to be a good night. It was average in the city. The drive home really turned into a good night. So yeah, but that's going to do it for me for the week. I'll be back at it next Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, next Wednesday. So if you've made it this far in the video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. GigU worked great, as advertised. It was giving ride information while I was in a ride, and a ride would come in. It was picking those up. Not everyone consistently, but the majority, which was really good. And yeah, I mean, it's working out pretty well. I like it. Despite the fact that it has a lot less features than Mystro or Maximo does, but that's also because they're not utilizing your logon credentials to use the app, which is to your advantage, because then Uber and Lyft don't know that you're using it, which is a good thing. So I know a couple videos back, I think I said that you know, I got that email from Lyft basically saying, hey, we know you're using this third-party app that violates, you know, our terms of service. And, you know, sure, I know. You know, I was at the end of my subscription with Mystro anyway, and I wasn't renewing it, and I had like maybe like a week left or a couple days left with them, so it didn't really matter. But GigU came in at the right time. I'll say that. And it's a good tool. A very good tool. All right. So if you have any comments or questions about GigU, let me know. Put them down below. Thanks again for watching. Truly appreciate it. Thank you to all the new subscribers. And if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I'd like to get to 500 here if we can. So in the meantime, I'll be back next week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.